this is Amanda and welcome back to my channel. I know that I have not shot any content in a long time, but I was just taking a little bit of a break. I am doing a much requested video today, which is an eyebrow tutorial to show you how I do my brows, step by step, the products that I use, and how to perfect that brow. So just a side note before I get started, guys, your brows are not twins. They are sisters, maybe even cousins, but they're not twins. So they're never gonna look exactly the same. What you're going for is symmetry and to try and make them look as similar as possible. The not so twinness of them makes them more natural, because nobody has perfect brows. No one's brows are exactly the same. They will always be slightly different. So yeah, let's get into this video. So what I use is, you need a good concealer. I'm using the Eyelure one. I'm using the shade Warm Honey. You need an angle brush. Just fine line. You need an angle brush. And as you can see, it's got that angled little tip. And it also has a spoolie end. So mine here is dual-sided, right? So that's the one that I'm using. You do need a spoolie. So even if your angle brush does not have a spoolie, please have a separate spoolie. I also have a smaller foundation brush, which is the one that I'm going to use to blend out my concealer. And then I have a brow pomade. My brow pomade is by Eyelure. You can use any brand that you want to use. There's lots of pomades out there. If you want to use a pencil, that's totally up to you. The principle is the same. Then we need a mascara, because this is what's going to help us add those fine lines, those natural brush strokes. So I will show you exactly what I mean with that. I know it's black, but we'll see. Trust the process. And then you need a shaping and setting gel for brows. I'm using this one by Benefit, which is the Ready Set Brow. Okay, by Benefit. That's the one that I'm using. You can use your own one. This is just what I use. This is what I prefer. Guys, use what you love. Right. So to start off, I'm going to brush out my brows. Oh yes, and you need a little mirror. So I'm using my mirror here, my trusty mirror. So this is the mirror that I'm using. And you need that to just basically be able to see. So you're gonna start off by brushing out your brows. So follow the direction of the hair growth and just brush out your brows. I do glue my brows regularly. You can get your brows threaded or waxed professionally and then maintain it yourself, but I've since lockdown found a way of doing it myself without actually going to get it threaded and paying. So I found these brow shapers by Eyelure. These are fantastic. So it has little stick, I don't know what to call them, like little brow strips that basically have already the wax gel on them. So you just literally stick it on and you rip it off, and it comes off with the brows that you don't want, right? So that's the what I use to maintain my brows. So just, yeah, let's get back on track. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with my angle brush. Now, right after I've brushed out my brows, and I'm going to dip it into my pomade. You don't need like a whole lot, guys. Like a little goes a long way. You don't need a lot. And I'm gonna start off by tracing my brow underneath my brow. All right, so you just follow the underneath your brow and you follow that shape. So I'll just twist to the side so you can see more, but I'm gonna be looking into the mirror. So I do apologize if I'm not looking at you guys. I'm not ignoring you. It's just I'm trying to stay focused for you. Right. So I just start off by tracing the shape of your brow underneath your brow, like that. right? And then I'm going to start tracing the top part of my brow, and I start about here, like so, and I'm going to follow the shape of my brow, ideally where I want it to be. I want my arch a bit higher, so I'm going to just fold it in a bit more, like so. And then I'm going to take a little bit more product because I want to start filling in. I want to start filling in my brow. So a little bit more product, and don't start filling in from the beginning of your brow. Start filling in like from the middle, because you want your brow to go from light to dark. So start about there and then fill in the rest of your brow using the rest of the product. Okay. And once you've done that, you're gonna go in and fill the rest of your brow in, and then just use the tip, this little sharp tip of your brow, of your brush to fill in the front part of your brow, and just use like light strokes. Okay, so you don't want to use that much product because you don't want it to go too dark. I think I did just use a bit too much there, because once it goes too dark, then it just looks like a stamped on brow. But you want to keep that ombre effect, and to do that, you use less product at the beginning of your brow, like so. And then you just brush all the product through your entire brow to make sure that it also blends in with the hairs of your brow, so that it's more natural, like so. So I will do the one brow and then I'll finish off the other brow. So I'm going to be very technical when I do this brow. Right now I need my concealer. So this is the most important part. This is where you clean up your brow. This is where you perfect your brow and you make sure that you love it and it's come out the way that you want. So I'm gonna go in with my concealer. Yeah, I forgot to mention, guys, you need a smaller brush for your concealer. I'm gonna use this one, which is a flat brush. I am particularly using this flat brush because the flat brush allows me to really chisel in my brow and not go over the line that I just drew. Okay, so start off with my concealer. So my concealer already has a brush, guys, so it's a little bit hard to really put it through the, well, close to the brow, because I'm afraid that I'm going to mess it up. So this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, and then you need to blend the rest of your concealer down using your brush, like so. Just clean off any excess concealer with your brush and just direct it down towards your lid. Okay, so that's the bottom part of the brow. I'm going to take some more concealer and I'm going to do the top part of my brow. So same rules apply. Just apply a little float above my brow. And then I'm going to use my brush to sort of clean it up, bring it closer, like so. Now you need to use your small foundation brush. I'm just using this one, which is dual-sided, so I'm going to use the smaller foundation brush to blend out my concealer. It's very important to blend out your concealer so that you don't have what is called halo eyebrows, because that's when you can clearly see the concealer that we so brilliantly used to clean up our brows. You want this to look really natural, so really blend out your concealer so that it's not just stuck right there by your brow. It's the last thing you want after you've worked so hard to get your brow looking perfect, right? Next, I'm gonna take my mascara and I'm just going to really like try and clean off as much product from the wand as possible. Not all of it, just the excess. So just rub it against the tube of your mascara. Okay. And then we just very lightly, guys, very lightly, just very lightly, you're going to go into your brow. So just upward strokes. Can you see that? What a huge difference that makes. Light strokes. Ooh, that's a bit too much. Not afraid, you take your spoolie and you just want to create those hair-like strokes. That's what you're doing with your mascara. So if you use too much like me, clean it off with your spoolie. So this is what you're going for, guys. Exactly this, where the brush strokes are looking quite natural. So this is what this does. Like I said, trust the process. I'm gonna go ahead and do my other brow and just finish off my brows before I set them. So maybe I should get some pomade onto my angle brush again. Now that I have pomade on the angled brush, I'm going to go ahead and do my other brow. So same procedure, start by underlining under my brow. And then start about there and line the top of my brow. Just make sure my arches are pretty similar. Like I said, these sisters need to look like they're related. They're not twins, but they're related. So then we start filling in, because most of the product is still on the brush. From about there, which is right here, start filling in, going outward. Fill in the rest of your brow. And then you start filling in the front of your brow, like that, using brush strokes. This got too much on the tip, so I'll start using my spoolie to just brush the product through my brow, just like that. Now you can see the difference. This brow looks a hot mess compared to her. Now we want she to look like her sister. Okay, that's what we're going for. So concealer. And then you clean that up with your brush. And then you blend downward towards your lid to get rid of the excess. And then at this point, it's important to just check the alignment, that your brows are aligned. I tend to arch my other brow like this. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're not doing that. So just like that, I'm just gonna finish off cleaning. Now that I'm just satisfied that it's sort of like on the right plane, right? You walk across like this. My line sort of meets in the middle, so that's how I know they're aligned. Now the top part. Concealer. And there are our brows. Okay guys, so I've done my other brow and now I am ready to set my brow using my Benefit Ka-Brow. This is going to help us set the little hairs in place so that they don't move and they stay in place for up to 24 hours, this says. So it's a clear gel that I'm using, and you literally just use that to set your brows. I usually just turn it sideways to apply more gel, but it helps my brows that sort of stray. I do get stray brow hairs. They want to do their own thing, so this helps me to control them. Okay, one brow done, the other brow to go. And yeah guys, so this is the end of the tutorial. My brows are set and I think they are looking really good. I'm very happy with the outcome. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And please leave your comments down below on any more tutorials that you'd like me to do. So if there are any makeup basics 101 that you'd like me to do, I will do them for you if you leave your comment down below, any suggestions that you have. Yeah, thank you for tuning in guys. Bye.